quitter la caille, la fait commerce, il va dans Sarah, il tout. Et il était atterri dans ma chambre de saline, quand il était rencontré papa petite Janine, qui c'est monsieur Adot Joseph. Et depuis, Altida a battu l'eau. Oui, Altida a battu l'eau, le fait faible. Si on bat l'eau, il faut faire bien battre toujours. Et moi, je peux rencontrer Altida pour te montrer comment vous te battre l'eau pour le faire. Parce qu'elle compte comment vous le faire. Et me dit, mon Dieu, merci d'être ce que tu es côtoyé au monde comme ça. Parce que je dis, si ma vie, vous la demandez comment ça va comprendre, c'est parce que comme je suis froid, dit pour avoir gauche Altida. Altida a passé de Madame Sarah, machin charbon, machin maïs, machin pépé, à un CEO. CEO. Si vous montez sur Google, vous tapez paradis de réception, vous allez voir merveille, Madame ça a fait sur la route de frère de Port-au-Prince. Si vous passez bon de paix, dans Richard Buisson, dans la Coupe, dans Chalet, dans Rue Montfort, dans des marrons, quand elle est sortie, vous allez voir merveille que Madame ça fait. Et si vous avez ouvert point, nous chacun la nièce, neveu, pour avoir ça, Altida quitté pour nous, vous avez envie de côté nous tout, à condition si nous bien appliqués.
I hope I did a good job.
I hope so too, because I'm just kidding. Huh?
You sure you're gonna put it where?
I'm just gonna put it on my Instagram or Facebook or something.
Your Instagram? What's your Instagram? Let me follow her then. Why not?
I follow back.
It's okay if you don't want to.
Yeah, I follow back. I'm not like that. BURR underscore.
Malheureusement, elle n'a pas qu'attendre qu'à dire merci.
No, underscore. No, BURR.
Pour l'impact qu'elle fait dans la vie personnellement. Mais ma petite les Janine, rassurez-vous. Ou pas pourquoi? Proverbe l'a dit, on seul ou fait. Mais ensemble. Ensemble. Nous avons levé le monde. Nous avons mis le sous dos. Nous avons couru tout partout. Ensemble. Donc, à faire. Nous te faisons déjà.
Mainly photography.
Et nous allons le faire encore.
I'm a dialysis technician, but I'm trying to make this full time.
Nous allons le faire encore.
Okay, sounds good then.
À vous, mes cousins et
I don't
cousines.
have like any signal here.
Mes frères et sœurs.
But don't worry about it.
Anthony,
I have nothing
Yolette.
to watch when I go.
Venio qui parle aujourd'hui à mes
I have
petites
nothing
filles
to watch
représentées.
when I go home then.
No. Let me see.
Hmm?
I'm trying to. What's the
Regardez,
Wi-Fi
moi,
here?
grand-papa parti.
Is there a Wi-Fi here?
Yeah, it's.
Voyez, j'aime encore, moi, grande partie.
And then I give it the name MHBC Open.
Oh, let me get these shots.
Yeah, go ahead.
Follow you. Yeah.
Là, je regarde à gauche, à droite, même pas avec le monde encore.
You say it's live, guys?
Sentiment perdu force. Laquelle moi t'as pour aller. Il te remet à le dire à flambeau. On l'autre fois encore. Altida te pral. Yo pas même balil li te pral. À 19 ans te pral. Il te pral. Elle te fait un prix. La société si je dis, ou regardez, tout le monde sait que vous êtes là. Et vous parlez moitié dans le. Toute partie sur le ici. C'est bien malheureux. 14 février. Gros franc passé. Il rachète bien bras. Il rachète ma poire toute racine. La lave. But I know. I know. I know. Ma peau a tombé. Mais la peau de c'est racine. Parce que racine est profonde et nombreuse. Merci à vous qui te consenti. Sacrifice pour te venir accompagner nous. Après-midi, on te peut-être dans la plage avec la famille. Ou peut-être un jour de travail, comprendre ça. Peut-être c'est ça le jour où pour reposer. On choisit de venir assister nous. Merci. Merci. Ne pas oublier ça. Ne pas oublier. Continuez à prier pour nous. Accompagnez-nous. Accompagnez Jeannette. Jeannette besoin. Besoin de tout. Merci pour tout. Merci pour le support économique, moral. Merci pour tout. Merci encore. Bye bye.
Il y a un peu de monde qui vous fait intervention. On a demandé, s'il vous plaît, mon qui va faire intervention. Raccourci, nous connaissons un peu la Kadi. On va dire toutes sortes de choses. Après ça, nous allons inviter Fofa avant que nous voyons Antidanis et Abigail ensuite. On nous inviter tout le temps de Fofa, capitaine de nous.
I need. Do you have some? Like. Perfect. Thank you. Huh? Huh? Oh.
Passe. Ma besoin sonore. Besoin sonore.
Altidanesis or Abigail.
Le monde est triste, plus rien ne va. Partout l'on entend des bruits des combats. Oh, je voudrais bien la retrouver, la paix, la paix. Shalom, shalom, quand viendra la paix sur tous les hommes. Shalom, shalom, nous la voulons cette paix, shalom. Si tout le monde pouvait s'aimer, si chacun pouvait se donner la main, alors on pourrait vivre ensemble, enfin, enfin. Shalom, shalom, quand viendra la paix sur tous les hommes. Shalom, shalom, nous la voulons cette paix. Shalom. Shalom, shalom, quand viendra la paix sur tous les hommes. Shalom, shalom, nous la voulons cette paix. Shalom. Shalom, shalom, quand viendra la paix sur tous les hommes. Shalom, shalom, nous la voulons cette paix. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, quand viendra la paix sur tous les hommes. Shalom, shalom, nous la voulons cette paix. Shalom.
Good afternoon. Before I start, I have to be very honest with you all because you guys may know me, but what you may not know is I have extreme social anxiety disorder. My mom doesn't even know how many times I've been in the hospital because of it. It's very difficult for me to speak, even one-on-one. The only people I'm not afraid to talk to is my mom, my brother, and my grandma. My brother has the swag. My mom has the don to speak with people. She always has the words. The only thing that my grandma didn't like about my mom is how soft-spoken she is. Not because my mom is weak, but because even the family, even people at church take advantage of my mom. That's what my grandma does not like. She is very blunt, and that's the similarity that me and my grandma both have, how blunt we are. The only difference is I run away more because I get too scared. But I see all of you guys, and I notice that there is family in the room. I notice that there's church people in the room, and I have the strength of my grandma here with me today. Daniel 12, verse 3 says, "Those who are wise will shine like the brightness of the heavens, and those who lead many to righteousness like stars forever and ever." Daniel 12, verse 3. Daniel chapitre 12, verset 3. For those of y'all that don't know that much English. My grandma was both wise and a natural leader, so this verse definitely applies to her. I truly believe my grandma was a genius in her own right because she established so many connections that by the grace of God, her legacy will never die. My grandma wasn't just a grandma to me. Her impact was grand, and she was a mother to me as well, which is why I affectionately call her Mama. Her name is Altida Magis, and those of you guys that have that Magis name, you will know that it's a powerful last name because she was truly majestic. Aside from my Haitian ancestry, we're all Zos because Zo Pakaze. But the problem that Haitian people have is because they think the Zo Leli Kaze it won't heal. That's one thing that we have, everyone that's Haitian, that we have to understand that we are Zos. And there's a thing that people in America, they love so much about us, and the things that they're afraid about us so much is because we don't break. We have a different type of bone. Aside from my Haitian ancestry, I know that I have royalty in my DNA because of her. She was a queen within her own palace, and she worked with everyone. Everyone. She was in the kitchen with the cooks. She already knew how to cook, but she was still in there. A business owner that goes into the kitchen to help even the cooks. You don't hear a lot of things like that about anyone. A business owner that goes into a kitchen in the back and makes sure that everything's okay, that loves the kitchen people so much, consider them family, that she gives them a house to stay in her hotel, and she cooks with them. She went out to speak to the Masha. She has a way with words, similar to my mom, a way with words. She cleaned clothes with the maid. Who do you know that's a business owner or as a person, even as a human being or even as a Haitian people? Who do you know that does all this thing, that cooks with you, eat with you, clean your clothes, and still does not complain? The only thing that she wants is the legacy, and she wants unity for our family and for all our friends. Because everyone that's in here, she considered you all friends and family. She considered everyone that was her friend family. So I'm speaking to you all here. She never disrespected no one. No one. I know my grandma was very blunt with her words, but all she ever did was encourage everyone of us here, because all she saw was greatness. It's the same greatness that I'm seeing. Because I know all of y'all, and even if I don't know y'all, I remember y'all names. I remember the history because I was always with my grandma. My mom has the same memory that my grandma has. She will tell you, this is so-and-so, they're from me because of this. This is what they did. When they were jeunes, it was like this. They went to l'église because of this. When they didn't have de l'eau, c'est lui-même qui te bat de l'eau. Lui-même qui pas get manger, c'est lui-même qui te manger. All of you guys, I recognize you because of my grandma and my mom. Even if I don't remember the name, I remember the stories. And even if I don't remember the name for a second, it's not because I forgot y'all. It's because it has been a minute since we've seen each other. That's one thing that we have to understand as family. And I'm talking to the church because the church is family. You have to check up on your family. Even if it's a phone call. Even if it's a text, check up on your family. I know you all are busy. I understand the stories. I'm Haitian too. I know it seems like I'm a kid, but I'm 20 years old. I'm turning 21, for those of you guys that may not know. But I am an adult in the eyes of the U.S., so I go through similar struggles that you guys go. But you guys are wiser than me. is a similar wisdom that my grandma has. So understand that whenever you guys do have a chance and you change whoever, please send a text or call or do a visit. Just a reminder. She never disrespected anyone, like I said. She gave a helping hand, as you all mentioned. She did give a helping hand, whether it was to a family, friend, customer, or stranger. I have to specify, even though I said 4 things, they were all family to my grandma. And you know this because she catered to everyone. And she made sure everyone was comfortable in her palace, in her house, which she all welcomed everyone in here. And you are all welcome to her palace that still lives in Haiti. And there's still a house that we have. It's the house that we have, Family Magis. We still have that house. Even if it's not in Haiti, we still have our houses. Whether we're in Fort Lauderdale or Miami, or wherever we live, Ivory Road, whatever part of Miami, whatever part of Fort Lauderdale that you live in, whatever part that's in further up in North Florida, West Florida, East Florida, because my grandma's legacy was welcoming people into her house. It's the same thing that my mom does. She feels very iffy about bringing people into the house because of how it looks, but she will make you feel welcome, and she will go out to your houses and make sure that you all feel welcome. It's the same thing that my grandma did. That is the legacy that they both carry, and we both have to continue, because you have to understand, you have to make people feel welcome in your house. Not everyone has the gift that my grandma and my mom has. I don't care. I'm going to finish. I'm about to finish. It's fine. I was raised in Haiti alongside my cousins. What you don't know, what some of you guys may not know, is that when I was 6 months, I was in Haiti until I was about 4. My grandma made sure that I learned English so that when I came to the U.S., I wouldn't be bullied. But you know how it is. Stuff happened in the U.S. So until I was a toddler, I was in Haiti. And my grandma protected me as well as nurtured me. Some of my best memories are around that time. And I remember all my cousins that I grew up in Haiti with. I remember my godmothers and the stuff, how the walks that we did, the load that we had to go get and bay in with. I remember everything. And I remember them because of how well my grandma took care of me. It was because of her that I remember. Not because of the pictures. It was because of her. When I was young in America, and sometimes even still to this day, I feel like a caged bird. And I feel like I don't have the same freedom nor the same protection that I have under my grandma. Because as you may know, sometimes you only feel comfortable under the arms of your mom or grandma or whoever it is to you. And it's like that with my grandma. You all have your own experiences in the U.S., so you can relate. But it was always easy in Haiti with my grandma because she made sure that I ate poisson frit, écrevisse, cabouille, you name it. I ate it all. Beth, she knows what was my favorite, and how you guys know when she welcomed you into her palace, which was her home, she will feed you. And that's what anyone could do. When you welcome people into your house, feed them the way that you know they love, or love them the way that they need to be loved. That's what she did. She loved you guys the way that you all needed to be loved. And that's what Jesus did as well. So we remember that as well. Not only due to her, I'm not almost done, but I'm gonna finish. Not only due to her immense love, but because she was truly a caring person. If she said she had your back, she truly did, no matter what. If she didn't have it, she would find someone that did. That was the type of person that my grandma was and still is, because her teachings and her loves live with me, my mom, my brother, and every other family that she loved. Early on, I said that I felt like a caged bird in America. And what I didn't mention to you all was that my grandma lent me her wings. Whether it was through a phone call, a $100 here, or even a quick trip to Haiti, because she was always a phone call away. Those wings that I'm talking about, I still have them because they are internal. And truly, when someone says something is mine, and my mom will tell you it's mine, and that's it, because they gave it to me, it's a gift. And it's very rude to return a gift that someone gives you, because it's like you clash it in their face. So if my grandma gave you a gift, whatever it is, keep on to it and hold on to it and nurture it. My grandma also taught me math. How, you may ask? I know the difference between how to change a good to a US dollar to Laja American because of her. I learned how to count money fast because of her, and I'm still not as fast as her. Sadly, not everyone knows their 1, 2, 3s, but my grandma, she knew her 1, 2, 3, 6 and even more, because she was always beating me in domino, casino, and it was very rare that I fed dick habits with her. I don't even think I ever fed dick habits with my grandma. I may have done it with someone, but that's because she was watching and she was giving me a hint. And honestly, it was the way she would count money and help even the financial advisors in Haiti. Like my brother said, she had an elementary education, but still, she was more than that. She would even help the financial advisors with more than what they knew, and they went to school. Because you cannot trip my grandma up about nothing. You cannot, even if she read and she listened to radio, she listened to church and the radio, I listened with her because I was always with my grandma. And she made you respect her because her name was Madame Atida Magis. Madame Atida Magis. One last memory I have with her, I hope the people that were born in January don't think I'm coming after y'all, because you guys are special too, because you share the same month. We have my grandma was born on the 6th, and we have the cousin yesterday that was talking that was born on the 7th. My mom is born on the 15th. Another cousin on the 20th, and there's many more that I haven't mentioned. But like I said, I'm 20 and I'm about to be 21 in a few months. And my whole life, I spent my birthday with my grandma. Not only my birthday, I spent months in Haiti, the whole summer with her, because she knew how to make people feel at home. And it wasn't just a trip to Haiti. I didn't go for my birthday. I went for the experience and to see my grandma and my other family in Haiti. The summers that I spent months in Haiti every summer, and it was very magical. I did have one moment in middle school that my mom did have to force me, but that's because when you get older, it's very it's more difficult. I'm sorry. One more. Okay, then I won't say that.
You good? Thank you, guys.
En tant qu'officier, nous sommes obligés de sortir pour tout le monde parce que nous avons un programme là qui est exhibé là, mais nous-mêmes. Nous avons un pop funèbre qui a nous pression. Nous avons toute bagaille là. Parce que nous connaissons que nous arrivons dans le cimetière et nous ne pas recevoir cadavre là. Nous sommes obligés à gérer le temps, gérer prédication, gérer monde, gérer tout ça qui est capable de gagner. On comprend tout ça qui est capable de arriver. Bon. Il faut que nous ayons nous commencer à l'heure, nous allons commencer à l'heure, il faut que nous soyons capables de briser. Maintenant, nous avons satisfait deux seuls monde qui sont à Haïti, c'est nous avons Maître Rodrigue et Odanis, Maître Rodrigue et des gens qui attendent, et après nous pourrons passer pour nous capables de prier et pour nous rentrer dans le message de la parole de Dieu. Parce que pour finir là-bas, nous avons temps, nous avons besoin, il faut que nous soyons capables d'aller. Et deux œuvres pour nous là, nous pouvons même la mi-temps programme là. Ce n'est pas nous qui faisons, c'est comme ça qu'ils font même. En nous tendant à présent, pour occuper de ça qui passé, quelque chose qui passé, il faut qu'il a passé. En nous tendant mettre Rodrigue.